President, my question is for the Attorney-General, who has responsibility for FOI across government. Minister, I refer to the Office of Victorian Information Commissioner report, Impediments to Timely FOI and Information released last week. The damning report said at paragraph 123, delays were clearly exacerbated by DOT's ministerial and executive noting process, which caused substantial and avoidable delays to some FOI requests. The average duration of DOT FOIs examined by OVIC was 196 days, and DOT's 6 stages in that more than 6 times the acceptable time. And Minister, the maximum duration in one case was 564 days, including 245 days of ministerial noting. Completely unacceptable. So I ask very simply, when will all of the OVIC recommendations be implemented?
Thank you, President, and I thank Mr Davis for his question. Of course, this was an investigation into the timeliness of FOI that was undertaken by the Information Commissioner, and I thank him for his work in this regard. The government certainly welcomes the review. We'll consider all of the recommendations in detail and continue to look at ways to improve FOI response times and processes. As part of the work, I've asked my department, in its role as a whole of government leadership role, will work to consider whether additional support or guidance should be provided to agencies in responding and managing to FOI requests.
Well, you didn't quite answer the question, which is when, and the President might take that up in a moment. But in the light of your answer, Minister, DOT ministers take an inordinate amount of time to note sensitive FOI requests. OVIC says that noting typically means bringing sensitive FOI requests and the agency's intended decision to the attention of the relevant minister shortly before a decision is made. And I can assure you the Minister for Transport Infrastructure, Jacinta Allen, is the worst offender. OVIC at point 147 said DOT should refer to the OVIC's procedure practice note 23, noting and briefing processes, which says to avoid delays in noting at all, if done at all, should be completed within 4 days or less. And I therefore ask you, Attorney, with responsibility for all of this, will you ensure procedural practice note number 23 is adhered to by all departments and agencies, including the recalcitrant Department of Transport?
Thank you, President. Mr Davis, at the outset I would say to your supplementary question that this government has a very strong record of delivering on... I haven't even said what we have a good record on.
Order.
We're very good at supporting open and transparent government with appropriate safeguards. And as I indicated in my substantive answer, as my role of Attorney-General and the intersection with the FOI for the whole of government approach, that I've asked my department to take a leadership role and consider whether additional support or guidance should be provided to agencies in responding and managing to FOI requests. The report was tabled last week, Mr Davis. We will give due consideration and respond in due course.